Well, hi everyone, and welcome to Community Journal. We really appreciate you joining us today. We have an interesting show. As you can see, there is a familiar face at the end of the table. We'll be introducing Michael in just a second. But I'll tell you, we have been getting some serious rain, especially overnight. We've had over an inch of rain in the last 7 or 8 hours. So we're pretty wet out there right now.
Yes, many puddles on the way here this morning, I noticed.
That's for sure, and at least it's not snow. We've had
Yes.
total so far this winter down here in West Harwich, 2.5 inches of snow for the whole winter. So
May it continue.
well, as I mentioned just a few seconds ago, we have Michael Locke with us today. He, of course, is the executive director of the Harwich Conservation Trust, and we know that you're a very busy guy, so we appreciate you coming in and joining us today.
Thanks for the opportunity, Jack and Eileen.
Well,
we're
because
glad to have you.
you've got two very important things to tell us about, and two great things, by the way. So why don't you tell us what's happening?
Yeah, the owl program, the Owls from Near and Far program, live owls coming to the Harwich Community Center. Once again, 14th year in a row, and people keep
That's
coming back.
amazing.
Isn't
Yes,
it amazing?
Yeah,
we've
that
been to
really-
it at least
Yes.
2 or 3
Yeah,
times
we've
over the
enjoyed that
years.
tremendously.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a great show.
It's coming up again Saturday, March 7th, two programs,
Wow.
11 a.m., 2 p.m. You can see the pictures there of the presenters, Mark and Marcia, and there's a couple owls that they'll be bringing with them. The Eurasian eagle owl perched by Mark. That's the largest owl species in the world by weight.
I was
And
going to
then-
say, how much does that weigh approximately?
Isn't it? Well, we'll learn more
Oh, my,
during the
that's amazing.
presentation.
He looks big.
Yeah,
he
he
looks
does.
really
It's
big.
whetting your appetite.
I know it's incredible, right? Owls around us, the local owl species that we have here on the Cape, great horned owl, screech owl, saw-whet owl, they will all eat. There's a screech owl there on Marcia's hand. Each of those species will be present at the program, and it's interesting, right? We rarely get a glimpse of owls around us. Maybe at dusk, maybe that fleeting glance of an owl in silhouette flight, or maybe we hear an owl calling across the landscape, but we don't really get to see them up close like this. Look at these spectacled owls. These are from South America.
Oh, wow.
Yes, amazing. So truly, owls from near and far, just like the program's name. Up to 7 owl species will be there for folks to see, including, again, look at that Eurasian eagle owl with those bright golden irises. So folks can learn about their behavior and biology, and also Mark and Marcia ask for volunteers to come up and give a hooting lesson, and the owls, believe it or not, hoot back. And she even has a snowy owl pictured there. Incredible, and there's always oohs and ahs when the snowy owl comes out to greet everybody. It's just extraordinary, and we've kept the prices the same ever since the start of this 14 years ago. It's $5, ages 5 to 11, and $10 for ages 12 and up. So we try and keep it reasonable and have as many people there as we can. It's right there, again, in the gym of the community center. 11 and 2 are the program times, and people can reserve in advance on our website, harwichconservationtrust.org, or they can pay at the door. One of the ways we've kept the prices that way throughout the history of this program is by virtue of the sponsorships. We have the Birdwatchers General Store, Cape Cod 5 Cent Savings Bank, Cape Cod Chronicle, the Cape Codder, and the Cape Cod Times, all coming together to sponsor this. So it's a great program. Yeah, Saturday, March 7th.
Well,
If you haven't seen it,
yeah.
you should. And
Absolutely.
if you have, there's no harm in seeing it again.
no, really, that's it's fascinating. It really is.
Yeah.
And,
Was it the snowy owl species that was here a few years back?
Well, it's interesting you
At the
asked that,
West End
Eileen.
is
Yes,
Beach,
yes.
because Jack and I
yes.
went over
You
and
did.
saw. Yes, I have pictures. Yeah,
It's-
of course they're from far away. But
Sure, sure. Yeah, occasionally they'll pop down here during the winter months and end up on our barrier beaches or areas like West Dennis Beach, and sometimes people can
think
get
that's where
some
it was.
interesting
It was
views.
West Dennis
yeah,
Beach,
yeah,
yes.
and we're
And it
trying
was-
to take pictures.
It
Yeah.
was a very snowy winter. It was the winter that we had one storm after the other. It was about 3 years ago, I think.
Yes, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's incredible. So people can see snowy, including those other species, up close on March 7th. So yeah, sometimes 3 generations from the same family attend year after year. It's really quite popular.
Wow.
Yeah,
Nice.
so
That's great.
yeah.
That's great. And you also have something else to tell us about, which of course is very important as well.
yes, a couple of weeks after that, on Saturday, March 21st, will be the 11th annual Meet Your Local Farmers event. Now that's
11?
11. Can you believe it?
No.
No,
I
we-
thought it was
believe that
maybe a
either.
couple of years.
Right,
Oh
right.
my goodness.
Yeah, there's
Ooh.
the banner there that folks see entering
Oh,
the
look
gymnasium.
at
But
that.
let's hark back a little bit. 11 years ago, it started out in the multi-purpose room with maybe half a dozen exhibitors. Now there's over 50 from one
my
end of the Cape
goodness.
to the other. Farmers
Oh,
from
look.
all walks of life. Harwich Conservation Trust co-sponsors this with the Cape and Islands Farm Bureau. And it's an opportunity for the public to come on in and meet and greet their local farmers, get to know the local settings where these farms are, as well as the unique products and produce and other items that are produced on these farms. It's a free event. And it's a great way to kick off the 2020 growing season, shake off a little winter cabin fever. It's noon to 3. Again, Saturday, March 21st here at the Harwich Community Center. It's just a really wonderful way to get to know the local farms and farmers around us. And all of them, or most of them, will have goods for sale as well. There's always
nice.
interesting surprises. You never know what kind of farm animals will join.
Oh,
Last
okay.
year,
All right.
there we go. Cue the
Oh.
Scottish Highland cattle. That's from last year. Sea Wind Meadows. That photo taken by Stephanie Foster, who also has an exhibit there
Oh, God,
with
look
her
at them.
flowers, piglets. We've had chickens there, sometimes goats. It's just a wonderful event to celebrate and appreciate our local farmers from, again, one end of the Cape to the other. Folks can get an understanding of the growing list of exhibitors at our website, harwichconservationtrust.org.
It's almost
Very
like a mini
good.
convention, really.
Yeah, it really is, isn't it? Yeah, yes. It's incredible. Yeah, Saturday, March 21st, noon to 3, free.
All right, we
Great.
may see
Yeah.
you there.
Excellent,
Wow,
excellent.
that's, I think a lot of people don't realize the number of farms we have
Yes.
here on
Yes.
the Cape.
And that we still have. They
And we
think
still
they
have,
know
yeah.
it's a history of it.
Yeah.
But they think, that has changed, and it really hasn't.
Right, right.
Yes.
Wow. Michael, it's amazing how active you get people going here on things. We see many times your reports, and we try to integrate them into some of our shows. And I have to say, now that you're here in person, the photography on those pieces,
You always say that.
Well,
just incredible.
And I'll say hats off to our volunteer photographers. They make that possible. We have a number of folks who volunteer their time in a variety of ways, whether it's events or bird nest box monitoring or looking for box turtle sightings or counting herrings soon. We also have a group that takes photographs on our behalf. And these photographs of the events or of the lands or waters or wildlife really help connect people to the nature around us. So hats off to the photographers and all of our volunteers.
Just beautiful pictures, really.
Yes.
And so informative. And
Makes us appreciate where we live.
that's
Yes.
for sure.
Yes, that's right.
That's for sure. And all of the Conservation Trust holdings really gives the town, a character of what it should be.
Yes, you're right.
A town that is sort of a country town,
And we've kept that flavor
and
here,
we've
I
tried to
think.
keep
Yeah.
that flavor. Yeah. And
Yes.
we know that you're instrumental in a lot of that.
Well, we're so lucky to have so many folks supporting Harwich Conservation Trust, whether they live here year-round or whether they visit. Folks really pulling together the same common goal of preserving the natural beauty around us. So
Right,
we're
right.
lucky. Yeah.
Well, Michael, we really appreciate you taking time out of your busy day to join us today.
Yes.
And on behalf of all of us here in Harwich, we thank the Conservation Trust for all the good work that you do.
Well, thank you, Jack and Eileen.
Yes, and good luck with your shows, and we'll probably see you at least one of them.
At least one.
Excellent.
Right,
Look
very
forward
good.
to it.
All right.
All right.
Well,
Thanks for coming in.
Our next spot today, we're going to visit with Deputy Police Chief Kevin Considine, a great guy on our police department, and he's going to give us some very valuable information. So let's go to that spot right now.
Hello, I'm here with Kevin Considine, who is the Deputy Police Chief of Harwich, and he's here to talk with us about a special event that is coming up, organized by the police station.
Yes.
Right?
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
So it's the Torch Run.
Right.
There's a special Torch Run, and it's a collaboration with Special Olympics athletes and police Can you tell me a little bit more about it, exactly how it started and why you do it?
Yeah. So one of the other hats I wear is the Barnstable County rep to the law enforcement torch run. So my job for that is to get all the local police departments on the Cape involved in law enforcement torch run. So the law enforcement torch run is made up of police officers from around the country and around the world, actually, that they have two missions. Awareness for athletes with intellectual disabilities, and fundraising. We are law enforcement for Special Olympics is the largest grassroots fundraising organization for Special Olympics.
Wow.
So our law enforcement torch run program works with Special Olympics Massachusetts,
Oh, I see. Okay.
and we raise funds for them. So all the money we raise stays local here in Massachusetts and on the Cape.
That's so great. Sounds like a wonderful effort. And I understand this is the first one of this nature. The Polar Plunge is planned, and it's the first one on the Cape. Is that right?
It is.
And it's coming up March 14th.
March 14th, it's coming up quickly. March 14th at 11 a.m. at Red River Beach. So part of my involvement with the law enforcement torch run was to get a polar plunge on the Cape. And I really wanted the first one to be in Harwich. And I think it's a great community event for everybody to get involved in and to be, you know, whether they want to plunge, whether they want to raise money for the cause, or whether they just want to show up and root people on that are jumping into the cold ocean.
I think that will be needed.
Yes,
Some
yeah,
energetic and enthusiastic bystanders
Right.
are always helpful to that kind of effort.
right?
Yeah. So will you be plunging?
Yes,
Yay.
yes,
Okay. Well, that's impressive.
yes.
All right.
I'll be busy that day, but I'll commit to plunge.
Okay. So it's 11 o'clock at Red River Beach.
Yep.
Okay.
So we'll be down there starting around 9 a.m.
Okay.
For any registration, anybody that wants to register that day of. But there'll be a website on the email address on the screen. If anybody wants to register, they just register through that. It's very easy to register.
Okay.
And you know, the law enforcement torch run program in 2018 raised over $600,000. Just us active in Massachusetts raised that.
And that goes to?
Strictly goes to Massachusetts Special Olympics.
Oh, that's so wonderful. Yeah, really, really great. So what is the recommended mode of dress for someone who wishes to plunge?
Well, anything from a bathing suit to a crazy outfit or a costume,
Okay.
and anything in between. So
Okay.
we really, with these polar plunges, we really like to have fun.
Yeah.
They're quick. They're a quick event.
Right.
There's going to be some entertainment, some food down there. Dunkin' Donuts is one of our sponsors. and,
Entertainment like music?
just music.
Excellent.
And some awards and for top fundraising. And so we try to make it a great event. And the way this weather's going so far, knock on wood, hopefully it will stay like this.
Yes, yes, we do.
Yeah.
We do hope it won't be too polar. Yes, so that sounds great. Is there anything else you'd like to highlight?
No, we just encourage anybody that's involved, wants to be involved, wants to help out. Anybody that wants to just come down and root people on, but we're really hoping that people take the plunge with us and
Yeah.
have a great day.
Yeah, and pledging too
Absolutely.
would be very important.
Absolutely.
And will the police station be soliciting pledges for certain members?
We
of the-
don't.
Okay.
It's all through Special Olympics Massachusetts
Okay,
and the
okay.
the web address that will be on the screen.
Okay,
But
Great.
it's really easy to do, and if anybody's not comfortable doing that, they can always send a pledge via check into Special Olympics. and
yes, of
Very
course.
easy. Yep.
But it's a high-profile thing.
Yes.
And hopefully it won't be snowing.
Correct. Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, I look forward to that.
Great.
I
Thank
live
you.
near that beach, and so I'll look forward to actually
Look forward to
viewing
seeing
it.
you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
This is Dinah Lane for Channel 18 in Harwich. Thanks so much.
And we thank Dinah and our Deputy Police Chief, Kevin Considine, for bringing us up to date. And
Yes, very worthy cause
Yeah.
and a fun event.
yeah, absolutely. And I polar plunge, I get cold just thinking about it.
No, but at least it's not in the dead of winter.
That's true. That's very, very true. You have a couple of things there, Eileen.
I do, and they both have to do with our younger members of our families here. The Chatham Recreation Department and Harwich Youth Services present Kids Club, Jammin' Junior's Nerf Wars.
Oh, boy.
Friday, March 6th at the Middle School Social, 6 to 8 p.m. It's going to be held at the Chatham Community Center. There will be pizza, beverages, and snacks. Arts and crafts in the basement, game room, and more. If you would like any more information on that, call Sharon Stark at 508-945-5175 or Sheila House, 508-430-7836. Kids Club, Jamming Juniors Nerf Wars, Friday, March 6th at the Middle School Social, Chatham Community Center, 6 to 8 p.m.
Sounds like fun.
It does,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah, I think the kids will like that one.
Yes, I do too. I love the picture too, it's cute.
It sure is. Very good.
And then, for the really younger set, the spa science classes are going to be held with Janelle. Monday, March 2nd, 9th, the 16th, and the 23rd, from 2:30 to 4:30. It's only $100 for the 4 classes. Instructor Janelle Brown is back at Harwich Recreation, now offering her popular spa science class. And what is that, you ask? Well, students will learn how to create all natural body care products, such as soap, bath bombs, lotion, and more. There are 12 spots available for students K through 4, so it is for the younger set. Sign up at Harwich Recreation. Transportation from the Harwich Elementary School to the Harwich Community Center is going to be provided. So if you need more information on that, you can actually contact the Recreation Department at 508-430-7553. And that's Mondays in March, Spa Science with Janelle from 2:30 to 4:30. $100. It's a
Wow.
deal.
Yeah, that's very good.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, that sounds very interesting.
Sounds like fun.
And here is a fun one for grown-ups.
Oh.
This is the Cape Cod Hospital Auxiliary, the Chatham Harwich branch. They are presenting Breakfast at Tiffany's. Of course, that's a great movie with Audrey Hepburn and George Papard. Please join us for a brunch and a movie at the Chatham Orpheum Theater on Tuesday, March 24th at 9:30 a.m. The brunch opens at 8:45. The tickets are $25, and it's a great, they go to, the proceeds benefit the cancer services at Cape Cod Hospital, and they are doing an amazing job there at the hospital.
Yes, they
Yeah,
are.
They really are. And this will benefit them greatly.
And you can purchase tickets
You can-
online.
Yeah, you can purchase the tickets online at www.chathamorpheum.org. I think that's their regular website.
I think so too, yeah.
We've purchased tickets through that. Or at the Orpheum Theater itself, down at 637 Main Street in Chatham. There will be 2 door prizes, breakfast for 2 at the Chatham Filling Station or Ruggies. And for more information, you can contact Carol Kolb at carolpeterkolb@gmail.com. That's CarolPeterKolb, and that's all lowercase, at gmail.com. So that will benefit the Cape Cod Hospital, their cancer services, and so very important.
And it
really.
sounds like a fun event.
It does,
Yeah.
it does, and that's a great movie.
Yes, it is.
Now, here is something that everybody in town should have. This is the latest Harwich Council on Aging newsletter. And this thing is like an encyclopedia of what goes on here in this town. And the new one is just out, so if you haven't gotten it yet, you need to stop by the COA to get one, because so many important things are listed in here. So it's free, it shows you what's going on, and you should have one.
Yes, there you go.
There you go. And folks, that is our show for this week. We really thank you for joining us. On behalf of all of us here at Channel 18, we really appreciate you tuning us in.
Yes, and please take advantage of everything that's going on around town for the next month or two.
Very good. Thank you, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye for now.